Hey everybody, it's your girl Blue. And as always, working, being a mom, you know the story. It's gonna stay the same. This is a reaction video to the tragic events that have taken place in Orlando, Florida at a nightclub. I believe it was called Pulse. It's um, a gay bar. Um, I hope I'm getting my facts right here. I believe they said at 2 a.m. there was a shootout, and about 50 people are dead, and I believe 53 people are injured, wounded, and the guy that started all this is also dead. I know his first name is Amar. I didn't really pay much attention to his last name. I just call him Amar because that's the only name that I was able to pronounce. Um, as always, this all got started because Omar had witnessed two gay men kissing in a bathroom in front of his children, and he was disgusted by it, of course. And on top of that, he was a homophobic, and on top of that, he also was abusing his ex-wife very frequently. Um, he did have a registered gun, and the gun that he used to massacre everyone was a sawed-off type assault rifle. And obviously, this is one of the worst massacres in U.S. history that has taken place. People, I don't know what the hell is going on in 2016. We have lost a bunch of iconic celebrities that have put a profound effect on our lives. You know, we have children not being looked after and they're falling into gorilla pits. You know, we have babies being left in running cars and being carjacked. You know, we just had a 13-year-old boy kidnapped and strangled to death, you know, by someone. We've had children get shot with guns or found guns and shot themselves. There's just been a lot of just violence. And it just mainly seemed like the main violence I've been hearing is guns. You know, I was hearing more gun violence in Chicago than I was out here, but now it seems like it's more of an equal playing field right now with that. People, guns are killing all of us one by one, and it's a tragedy. It is a shame that we are so quick to pick up a gun to take someone's life instead of just settling things as adults. But people are so quick to pick up a gun. And because of this, we are losing more and more of our loved ones because of gun violence, and it needs to stop. But this massacre really just took the cake. I mean, when I was at work, the news was on. It was both in the Starbucks area where I clean their tables and take out the trash. I listen to the news, and when I go in the break room, I also clean up the break room, and there's the news back there, and it's nothing but information on the gunmen, information on the victims who have not even yet been identified. You hear the stories of the parents who got text messages or heard their kids' voice before they were killed by this guy. There is rumor going around that he was part of ISIS. That's the terrorist group, if you guys are not familiar with that. He worshiped them, he thanked them, and whatnot. I don't know if there's actually real direct evidence if he was involved in that terrorist group. I guess they're still investigating it to see if it was actually true. But an FYI, I mean, it never should have happened. It was a tragedy. Yes, people, it was a gay and it was a gay bar, and I just got off Facebook, and you won't believe the harsh comments that some people are putting up about this. You know, that's 50 less, you know, homos that we don't have to worry about. For you to say something that cruel and that degrading, you're a bastard. You're a cruel individual person. Seriously, you need to just shut the hell up. I don't give a damn if you're gay, lesbian, bi, transgender. I do not care. I'm not going to sit over here and throw the Bible at you and ridicule you for who you decided to be. If you feel comfortable being that way, then by all means be that way. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not that kind of person. I love everyone the way they are. I'm not going to sit over here and point out your indiscretions or your lifestyle that you decided to, that you decided to live. They didn't deserve what they got. They just didn't. They weren't bothering anyone. They were doing what they always do. They were at the club. They were having fun. They weren't bothering anyone. They weren't going around throwing their lifestyle on everyone. They were just out having a good time like they normally do. And this guy decides to just go massacre every doggone body because he was a homophobic. I mean, come on. And then I was told that another incident was going to happen, but this one was going to happen in California. But they caught the guy before he even executed his plan, so thank God for that. There was actually another killing um, that had taken place. I'm kind of feeling bad because they said her name. Um, I think they said her name was Christina. She was a YouTuber, and she made it onto The Voice. Had a on The Voice. She has a wonderful, amazing voice because I heard her. And she went to a meet and greet, and this guy just took out two guns and just blasted, just shot her. She was alive for a moment, but when she got to the hospital, she was pronounced dead. So, um, it's just terrible, you guys. It really is. It's just terrible. Just people are just losing their lives to guns. It's really ridiculous. I, I personally think that guns need to just be banned, from here. That really, I think the only people that need to just have guns is the people that are in the military, because of course they got to defend our country and they got to make sure that we are able to sleep at night. And the police officers, and I know there's been policemen who have killed civilians, whatnot. But really, at this point in time, those are the only people that I feel that deserve to carry around, the guns or whatnot, is people in the military and the police. Because all this gun violence has to stop. It's only thing it is doing is just taking lives, is what it is. And the thing is, those people in Orlando did not deserve what happened to them. They just didn't. My condolences to the families that have lost their loved ones to this awful crime, this awful massacre. And I don't care if your child was gay. That does not excuse anyone to be killed like that. The gay community gets ridiculed every single chance they get by people who are of religion, who are so quick to sit over here and say, well, you chose this lifestyle, and you knew better, and yada, yada, yada. In the eyes of God, you're an abomination. People, we need to wake up and come to the realization that not everyone on this earth is heterosexual. They're not. There are a lot of people out there that are gay. There are a lot of people out there that are lesbian, bisexual, transgender. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be here for the rest of their lives. That does not mean they are bad people. That does not mean that they're evil. They are not the devil's spawn. They are human beings. Okay? God created everybody, and we are the ones who have to grow up and be mature about it and recognize what is right and what is wrong. There's no excuse in the world for you to be so quick to pick up a gun and shoot some doggone body because of money, um, girlfriend, boyfriend, their sexuality. There's no excuse for that. This whole gun violence thing needs to come to an end. We all need to just put our guns down, call it a truce, and then just go about our business and live a good life. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Look what happened to everyone out there in Orlando, Florida. Think about that. Imagine if that was your child out there and this Omar guy took their life because of their sexuality, because of the lifestyle that they chose to live. How would you feel about guns then? And of course, Donald Trump is jumping on this, and quite frankly, I'm not going to get into it because I'm not a big fan of him. As far as I'm concerned, he's a complete jackass, and everything that comes out of his mouth to me is complete shit. That's just me. The man filed bankruptcy 4 times. Do you honestly think that I'm going to put the doggone freaking world in the palm of his hands? I don't think so. But beggars can't be choosers. There's people out there that support, and there's people out there that can't stand them as far as they can throw them. So, as far as I'm concerned, I can't stand them as far as I can throw them. That's just me. But please just pray for those people that lost their lives during this massacre. Pray for their families, their friends. Pray for their souls. And just remember that they did not deserve to be killed. It doesn't matter what their sexual orientation is. It doesn't matter at all. Gay, lesbian, bi, transgender, it doesn't matter. They are people just like us. Okay, they're humans. They breathe the same air that we breathe. Their heart beat the same time we beat. They are all human. They deserve love and respect just like heterosexuals as well. And like I told you guys before in most of my videos, or if all my videos, if anything, yes, I do believe in God. I believe he exists. And like I said, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. God created all those people that lost their lives. And for anyone to say elsewise that God hates them for being the person that they chose to be is a disgrace. That's just my opinion. You don't like what I got to say? Do yourself a favor. Click off my video, go watch something else. But to the people that do agree with me and understand where I'm coming from, hey, God bless you all. And I really hope that you did, and I hope that none of those people out there in that massacre were related to you in some way. If they are, I am sorry. You have my complete condolences and prayer. And I hope that you can find some comfort and some healing in this tragic event. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm going to cry because it's just sad that people are just dying. It just seems like 2016 is the year that we're losing, lives than we are gaining. But like I said, to the people that was in that massacre, may God rest God rest your soul. You are somewhere where you are safe. You are no longer in pain, and you can watch over your loved ones. And to the bastard who did this, he is dead. I'm not one for violence, but if he was still alive, I really would have just said burn in hell for what you've done. There's no excuse for what you did. You were wrong for what you did. You knew exactly what you were doing. You planned this out. You made the decision to take a gun and go to that nightclub and shoot up every person that you can possibly think of that was in your eye range. You are a heartless son of a bitch who never should have did that. Those people didn't do anything to you. You saw 2 men kissing in the bathroom. Okay, they should have never did that in front of your children. I can completely agree with that. That wasn't appropriate to do. But that does not give you the right to go down to a nightclub and shoot up a bunch of people because you have that much hatred in your heart for the gay community. There is not enough hatred in this world for me to even fathom to do something like that. And I'm not a homophobic. I know people that are gay that's in my life, and I can tell you this right now, I treat them just like I treat everybody else, with love and respect. I do not sit over here and ridicule them for the lifestyle that they chose to live. I'm the kind of person that I love you no matter who you are or what you are. Because at the end of the day, I can at least tell myself that maybe someone else didn't accept them for who they are, but I know without a shadow of a doubt I accept them for who they are, and nothing's going to change my mind on that. I don't care what anybody says. You know, I actually had um, a cousin, name will remain nameless, will be named private, but I have a cousin who, you know, came out gay, and I'm very proud of that cousin for coming out and saying that. That took a lot of guts. And I still love my cousin even more for coming out and saying that. Nothing's changed. I also worked with a gay man when I was working at my job a few years ago, and I love him. You know, he's sweet. He's a sweetheart. I even work with someone who is a transgender, and I love her as well. She's a wonderful person. She's very down to earth. She's very hilarious, obviously, and I like working with her. I don't discriminate people. That's not my style. I love you just as much as I love everyone else that's in my life that is of importance to me. Just remember that. And like I said, if you don't agree with me, I really don't care. This is how I feel. This is the person that I am. If to the people that are watching this video, I hope that there's a little bit of an agreement of what I'm saying, that you will find comfort in. But I have to get ready for work tomorrow, so I just want to do this quick video, and I will be uploading this. And again, my condolences to the families and friends to the victims of the Orlando nightclub massacre, and hopes that we can start the healing process. And as far as 2016 goes, I don't even know what to say anymore about that. That is a whole different story that we're just going to have to save for another day. If anything, I might just forget about it and just leave it at that. But until then, I love you guys. And always remember to love one another, no matter their lifestyle or their sexuality. You just might need them one day. They may be a benefit to you. Trust me, I learned to accept people for who they are. And I don't ridicule them for being who they are and who they feel comfortable being. Love one another like you want to be loved. So, till then, I will see you guys soon. Have a good night.